When playing a game and getting into the title card boss or the final room of the game, you'd very much expect the boss to stand there to probably be the hardest boss in the game. However, that is not the case for Hollow Knight. That title would either have to go to Edgelord King Dread or, the fucking Radiance. I'm not even joking. The Hollow Knight is a fucking pushover. You just equip the Quick Nail, and then you face tank whatever the fuck he throws at you, and you go kill him. It's like he wants to die. And I mean, I get it, I too want to die. But the motherfucker grabs his nail, and he just fucking does his job for you. What the fuck is this shit? And realistically, there are two reasons as of why the Hollow Knight is like this. One is the lore, which I'll get into in just a minute, and the other one is the fact that the other two previously mentioned bosses are basically the White Castle is now alive and wants to kill you instead of just sitting there and wanting to kill you, and of course, what the fuck? Please stop, I need help, oh my god. So for the lore of the Hollow Knight, it's actually quite simple. This is a broken vessel, not to be confused with the boss, who literally sits there, has been sitting there for years, presumably hundreds of years, just being tormented by the Radians, and now wants your help to actually get rid of it. But, that doesn't exactly make for an amazingly hard fight, which, we have Dread and the Radians for, so it's not really that big of a deal. So the plan is just equip the Quick Nail, and run into the boss fight until you get him about halfway through the fight, where he just starts going all like... Then you just get in a couple of free hits and you're done. That's the fight. You did it. Now you get to go fight the Radians, the real boss. Don't take these stupid complaints as complaints, really. I love the Hollow Knight. I think it's a fantastic boss battle, and I think it's a fantastic pseudo-final, optionally second to final boss. I think it's just amazing. I think the whole fighting something that is just struggling to fight back, but it has to, because that's what it's supposed to do. It's just, the imagery and everything about it is just absolutely amazing. So now I talk about the real final boss. Now, after fighting your way through Hollow Knight, and also fighting your way through the Hollow Knight, you'll probably expect the final boss to be as easy as some of the earlier bosses, right? Well, obviously harder, but you wouldn't expect it to absolutely whip your ass, because there hasn't really been any hard bosses before it, so why would this be any different? Well, you'd be wrong, because the Radiance takes whatever's on your plate, eats it, and then makes sure that you only get the feces that it shits out later. So the Radiance deals double damage, which, if it didn't, it would probably be an easy boss fight. And it also doesn't have any contact damage, which, if it had, it would be an absolutely impossible fight. I guess that's what you get for being that beautifully floofy. But, nonetheless, as I described it earlier, it's basically the White Palace, but willingly trying to kill you, and not just being Super Meat Boy on crack. And for Nightmare King Dread, well, Dread can go fuck himself, like, seriously. This is the only boss that I have yet to actually beat, and I don't think I'll ever be able to do it. I can't even get through the first phase of Nightmare King, and I have finished the game. Before that, I would have done everything, except for Steel Soul mode, but Jesus Christ, that's a fucking hard boss, man. He moves so fucking fast, and he just like the Radiance deals double damage, and his moves are unpredictable, and oh my god, I love that boss fight. It kicks my ass harder than any Soulsborne game could ever do. It kicks my ass harder than anything I've played. I'm pretty sure that boss is harder than the entirety of I Wanna Be the Guy. Like, fucking seriously, look at this. Fucking look at this. It's like the people were like that Team Cherry just sat down and were, okay, we're gonna make a new boss now. But before we decide his moveset, let's just snort like a fuck ton of cocaine. Like, let's just buy out Miami Beach. before we actually start the moveset. It's ridiculous and I love it.